Hello and welcome. If you're looking for real, lasting relief from neuropathy, I want you to know you're in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we're going to walk through a hopeful, really practical path to taking back control. We're talking about moving beyond just managing symptoms to actively rewiring your way to recovery. So let's start by talking about what that experience is really like. So, does this sound familiar? That frustrating, sometimes painful sensation of burning, or that tingling, that pins and needles feeling? Or maybe it's that numbness that just makes it so hard to trust your own feet. If you're nodding along right now, please know you are definitely not alone in this.
And those physical sensations, they often lead to these very real, very valid frustrations. The constant pain and tingling, it's just exhausting, isn't it? The trouble with your balance can be honestly kind of frightening. And there's this deep frustration when it feels like medications just aren't getting to the root of the problem. All of this can bubble up into a real worry about the future and about your independence.
But what if we could shift our focus here? Instead of just trying to quiet down the symptoms, what if we could actually go after the underlying cause? That's the new approach we're going to dive into today, one that is all about active repair. Okay, so this is a really crucial point, understanding the huge difference between temporary relief and lasting repair. A lot of people are familiar with TENS units, right? They use a single electrical waveform to basically mask pain signals, but the effect, it fades. In contrast, this newer technology called multi-waveform direct current, or MWDC, does something fundamentally different. It uses multiple waveforms all working together to actually repair nerves, restore function, and boost that critical microcirculation. And this, right here, illustrates the difference perfectly. I love this analogy. Think of your pain signals like a faulty fire alarm that keeps going off. A TENS unit is kind of like just turning down the volume on that alarm. Sure, it's quieter for a little while, but the problem is still there. MWDC is like having an electrician come in to actually repair the faulty wiring so the alarm stops misfiring in the first place. See the difference? So what exactly is this MWDC technology? Well, it stands for multi-waveform direct current. It's an advanced therapy it's kind of like a whole toolkit in one. It combines several different types of electrical currents that, when they're all working in harmony, achieve three really critical goals. They recharge your cells, they restore blood flow, and they help repair the nerves themselves. Here's another really simple way to think about it. Your nerve cells are like these tiny biological batteries. When they're damaged, they lose their charge. They just don't have the energy they need to heal themselves. So in order to repair, they've got to be recharged. And the power of this recharging effect is, it's staggering. Research actually shows that MWDC can increase the production of something called ATP, which is your cell's natural energy source, by up to 500%. That is a massive boost in the exact fuel your nerve cells are crying out for to begin the repair process. So let's break this whole process down into 4 key benefits for you. First, just like we said, you get cellular repair by recharging those nerve cells. Second, you get these vascular effects. It actually opens up the tiniest blood vessels to deliver oxygen and nutrients right where they're needed most. Third is actual nerve healing. It promotes the repair of the nerve's wiring. And finally, and this is so important, neuroplasticity. That's a fancy word for retraining the communication pathways between your brain, your nerves, and your muscles, so that these improvements actually stick around for good. Now, the most effective approach combines 2 really powerful tools. I want you to think of it like a 1-2 punch for nerve repair. You get these deep resets that happen in the clinic, and then you combine that with consistent reinforcement that you do every single day at home. And here are those 2 tools. The RX Black, that's the clinical grade device that's used by your physical therapist. It delivers maximum power for that deep reset. Then you've got the Flex Doctor. Think of it as its portable counterpart. It's designed to be super easy to use at home for your daily reinforcement, which extends those awesome clinic results and drives circulation and nerve activation every single day. Okay, so let's make this super practical. Here is a simple 5-step daily plan. First, we start with a hydration anchor because water is absolutely essential for healthy circulation. Next up is a sensory wake-up, something as simple as gently brushing your feet to start waking up those nerve pathways. Then, we mix in some simple balance and movement exercises to improve your stability and blood flow. And finally, you reinforce all that great progress by using your at-home Flex Doctor, which strengthens the new connections you're building. And of course, your safety is number one. So, a few important reminders. This therapy should never ever be painful.
When you're doing balance drills, please always make sure you have a wall or a sturdy chair nearby. It's also a really good idea to just quickly check your skin before and after using the device. But most importantly, always follow the specific plan that's laid out for you by your physical therapist.
So, what can you expect? Well, progress is a journey, right? It's not a light switch. In the first couple of weeks, you might just notice your feet feeling a bit warmer as that circulation improves. Then, by weeks 3 and 4, sensation can often start to feel clearer. After that, you may find your balance feels more stable. And typically, within about 6 to 8 weeks, patients report a really noticeable reduction in pain and a real boost in their daily confidence. And the results really do speak for themselves. The most common outcomes people report are 1, a big reduction in pain and numbness, 2, a huge improvement in their confidence when they're walking, and 3, something that affects everything else, better sleep and way more energy during the day. If there is just one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Consistency is the absolute key. Nerve healing requires repetition. Every small, positive step you take, every single day, is an active part of this rewiring process. You are literally building a new path, one step at a time.
So let's end with this really powerful thought. It is so easy to feel broken when you're dealing with chronic symptoms day in and day out. But this approach shows us something different, something more true. You are not broken. You are simply in the process of rewiring.